Hello and welcome to Pixels and Points. I'm Susie Brown, media buyer planner extraordinaire here at Red Rock, and with me, of course, as always, is
Matt Nelson, the digital media director, even though I don't have my name here. It's
oh,
cool.
well, we'll put it on there. There you go.
Very good. Yeah, and today we're stepping back into the AI fray. It's just what's the biggest thing changing in the digital media world right now, and it's moving and things are changing all the time. People are making up new terms and all that fun stuff, so it's a fun one to go down. All right, so you want to start us off, Susie?
Yep. So we're talking about Google today, as always. And like you said, AI, which is on the tip of everyone's tongue. So here we're talking about Google shifting to AI search, trying to find another solution besides SEO. So what they're saying here, SEO isn't dead. It's been depreciated. One of the key things in the first part of this article I thought was interesting that says however many, we have 100 or 1,000 US Google searches, only 360 are going to the open web and the rest are going to Google properties. So first of all, that erosion, it's not a good number where you're trying to get people to your website, but they're taking you to YouTube, maps, images, things like that instead.
It basically just means that it's all these other sources that are pulling from Google to answer questions and to give results that Google is not a direct Google search. So it's they're saying that those are up, which I mean, all of the that's Google is what all these other AI things are using. I mean, you think Chat GPT has its own search algorithm? Yet
Exactly. Its first stop is going to be Google.
it hasn't indexed the entire internet like Google has, so it's not going to be able to pull that up. But it's going to use Google and it's going to dive in, pages deep into data, looking at everything. So
right, and it can just do it faster than a human doing their own Google search.
Mm-hmm.
So the end of SEO as we know it sounds like SEO has been declared dead many times in the past 25 years. But what do you think is different this time with the AI emerging?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, they're saying that people have said it's been called dead, but I'm like, it's never going to be dead. It's just going to evolve. And
right.
They're talking about the AI evolution, and they're saying, either Google had three options, and that's what this one says. The first option was don't change. Second option was change and grow with Gemini.
Mm-hmm.
Like evolve with your own AI and that kind of experience, or just let somebody else do it. And what business wants to just let somebody else to do it?
Right.
So
Lose all that traffic to they're saying Chat GPT and going
they don't
somewhere
want Chat GPT. They don't want Perplexity. They don't want Claude. They don't want Facebook's Meta one. They don't want those search engines to gain more ground. So they've got to push a little bit farther with Gemini and get it. So that's what their main push is to get it. One of the things I thought was also kind of fun in here was that they were like the main goal of the search from the beginning has been to create a sort of Star Trek computer.
Oh, yeah, I like that too.
I was like,
That's what we
yes,
all want.
that is what like the Alexa system should be. Like that, its goal should be the Alexa system, the Google Home system should all
Right.
be a Star Trek type of thing, and it should know when you install it like what its role in your like household or in your business should be.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and it should answer questions and talk to you in that and have conversations with you about certain things, like when you're trying to find out where to go eat, like it actually asks you questions rather than just say, well, here's restaurants closest to you.
Right,
So,
right. It knows you like Mexican food or knows it's
like
date night or whatever.
when you say like I'm hungry, what restaurants are nearby, it shouldn't go, here are the restaurants near you. It should be saying, well, what do you feel like? Do you feel like this? Do you feel like that? Are you looking for more of a, like, what kind of atmosphere are you looking for? That kind of
Right. So then it becomes that conversation versus a search.
exactly where it needs to be. It needs to be more of a conversation than just like, here's the answers. And then it'll learn over time talking to you whether you like it to ask those questions, what questions it thinks you want to hear, and it'll evolve its speech patterns to where it'll say, may ask, where are the restaurants near me? And it'll just come back and say, well, based on your past response, like you just went to Mexican last week, perhaps you'd like to go back and try another Chinese restaurant this week, that kind of thing. Like it'll be more, once it gets to know you, it'll have more personalized answers like that, which
Right. And
some people don't want it to gain
it just depends. When I search, it's the same. Sometimes I want the algorithm to know, oh, this is where you've been before. I got to find that website again. But then sometimes I want fresh, right? I want your ideas, not mine.
And that's going to be a bigger challenge for it to understand what you're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
And the other thing with all of this, with the search evolving, is that people are going to add, like for service, in the service industry, people are going to be asking like for companies near me and things like that. And AI is still hallucinating. This isn't in this article, but AI is still hallucinating answers where I asked specifically about, like this service near me. And I knew the company that I was hoping it was going to bring up. It didn't bring up that company. And I asked why it didn't. And it said because they're closed. And I was like, no, they're not.
No, they're not. Mm-hmm.
Said, can you double check that? And it goes, oh, sorry, I misread the information. And I'm like, it hallucinated that it saw that it was closed. And so, like, how do you fix that? How do you fix the AI hallucination? So there's still growth and evolving that it needs to do. AI search is in no way going to be perfect yet.
Anywhere near where it can just replace traditional search yet.
Yeah. But yeah, organic search is just vanishing and kind of retread old ground. The way, and you see this little image on the left here that you'll see that it was really close. Impressions and clicks were close together. And that was back when when you would search for something to get your answer, you'd actually click on those different links to go to the sites to learn about it.
Yep.
So instead of that, people are asking AI and getting the answers directly and not actually clicking through.
But there's never actual click. But if it is a branding campaign, an education campaign, you're still getting that value from the impression versus needing that click.
It's just that people aren't going to your site for that education anymore. The upper portion of the funnel is becoming more dependent on your branding and you getting out there.
We always say
branding rather than just like, we need people to click through to our site to find out like what our air conditioning is like, or our product is like, when they're just gonna ask Gemini, they're just gonna ask Meta, like, what's why is this one better than this one, or what does this do, like what are the specs on this TV? Like they're gonna be getting that from these AI search engines, and they're not going to be going to your Amazon page to find out those specs or your own page to find out those specs. So that's why we're seeing like impressions are going up, because it's pulling more information from like 10 different sources rather than one, and it's pulling all this information together into an answer for a person. So it's getting those impressions are up, but the actual click-throughs to your site are low. Now, what does that mean? Well, the clicks, you're not getting a bunch of clicks of people going in and learning about your product. You're getting clicks of people who are actually interested in you.
Right. And the quality of the clicks, even though they're going down, is going up.
Yes. Unless, of course, you're showing up like on MFA sites, or it's just bot traffic.
That's when you got to trust your media team that they know what they're doing.
Those kind of clicks. If you're getting a click from Google search or from Bing or from one of the other search engines, like you were getting lower amounts of clicks, the cost per click is going up, but the quality of click has also gone up. And you need to be optimizing towards that. So if your agency is just throwing this together and trying to get you, they're running their business based on amount of clicks. Like, we need to keep our clicks at, 500 a month or 500 a week or whatever it is. If they're saying we need to keep our amount of clicks at this level, then they're going to be trying to, broaden and bring in as many people as they can that aren't going to be as relevant. So they need to be focusing on the more relevant clicks. And yes, it's going to be less, but it's what is that person doing on your site? What is the point of that person? Click.
Yes. That's right. We got to the end of the article where they're kind of wrapping it up. I thought there are a lot of good points they made here, where not everything on the website needs to end in a sale. Know what you're trying to accomplish, and then if your clicks are going to help with that final goal or not.
yeah, what is the point of the click? Is it to actually create a sale? Is it to educate the client on your specific product even more? Is it to, try to get them to send you a lead? Um,
Mhm.
or is it just for them to look at your menu of your restaurant? What is the point of the click?
Right.
Or
Clicks still matter, but you need to
yes,
know why they matter and optimize accordingly.
yes, and just focusing on clicks is not the way to go. And being able to say, we had this much engagement. This is, that when the people went to the site, we're seeing an uptick on people doing searching on the site for different things or watching videos. That's the kind of return you need
Yeah.
to be looking at.
Yeah.
So
Filling
basing
out the form, all that.
yeah, and as we say, when you're having if your search traffic is down and you've been spending just like your main avenue of getting people to your site has been Google search, maybe you should consider doing some more up funnel branding to make people more aware of it so that when they do end up doing a search for say restaurants near me and they hear your brand that they've already heard on, TV, radio, by radio I mean streaming too, or
Mhm.
just YouTube or
Display.
anything like that,
Mhm.
they've seen your brand before, so they're more likely to go to yours rather than it being just that's the Mexican place near me or whatever it is.
Yep.
Um, it's like, oh no, heard them on their ad or something like that. Like
Yeah.
let's go.
It makes it so much easier to click. So
Yeah,
it all
so much.
works together, that upper funnel, lower funnel, and you really can't have one without the other if you want a full campaign.
Yes. So I think that
Yeah,
wraps
that
us up.
kind of covers it. More AI news emerging. Always. We'll be back
Keeps
next week.
evolving.
Yep, with some more topics and always staying up on top of it. Thanks for joining.